All right, looks like we're up and running. Hello, everybody, or, hello and thank you. That was a strong start. Hello and thank you for joining me for this Workday in a informational kickoff slideshow. For those of you who are unable to make it to our Workday kickoff breakfast, this is going to be a slideshow that covers a lot of the same information that we went over during that breakfast. That was a good event for coming out and getting to know who Sharefest is, who some of the people who would like to get involved are, different ways you can get involved, and you also got to learn about some of the projects that we have upcoming this year. But if you were just unable to make it out to our breakfast, we totally understand, and we wanted to make sure that everybody had the opportunity to learn a little bit more about what we do and how you can get involved. So if you don't know much about Sharefest, we were started 16 years ago, and this idea came from our sitting on a task force that identified the need to supplement our youth in the community with an area to spend some more time after school and give them a safe place to go for mentorship opportunities, go to spend time with their peers, things like that. But in order to do so, they needed a space to do it in. So we helped partner with a couple other organizations to do a project at the Cheryl Green Center. And that was then the very first Workday. So from then, we have grown to an organization that's done over $12 million worth of projects. We host over 3,000 volunteers annually and serve 500 youth every single year. So I want to talk a little bit more about the Workday today, but also share a little bit more about the things that we do, including our youth arm. And we offer youth leadership opportunities to students in continuation high schools throughout the South Bay and Harbor areas. We also do a youth development academy for students from the area. And we are actually opening our youth leadership center here in San Pedro, where our offices are based, and it should be coming just later this year. We were lucky enough to receive the generous gift from Council District 15 from the city of Los Angeles to create a youth center out of their old historic jail. So our youth center should be opening our doors this year, and it's a pretty exciting time here at the Sharefest offices. So I'm going to dive a little bit more into the Workday now and show you a little bit about what we did last year. And if you're following along, we also have a slide deck that was included in the description to this video, but we're also going to have it online. You can email me and get it from me as well. But for now, here's a little video, which is also available on YouTube.
I'm Councilmember Joe Scangino, and this is the 15th annual 2018 Sharefest Workday. In the last 6 years that I've been in office, we've partnered with Sharefest each and every year, and it means so much to our community. It's really bringing the community together at a time where the city cannot do things alone, the school district cannot do it alone. Volunteers, students, parents all come together, residents to give back to their community.
Our volunteers love to come out and really make a difference, and within 4 or 5 hours, you can see you've made a real change in the community.
We are here at Torrance High School, our 13th year being involved with Sharefest. There are always projects to be done, and today we're working on landscape at Torrance High School.
Today we are here on Wilmington Avenue and 103rd, and we have cleaned up several of the flower beds along the street and in the community. We have 12 different projects happening at Torrance Little League, which is super exciting. Refinishing floors to murals, we're building scorekeeper boxes, we've re-landscaped all the planters.
Some things that are going on here today include the building of a robotics lab, as well as murals that are going to really elevate the school.
You're at Point Furman Park, and they came out and they repainted the bandstand, and then they also repainted the whale on the wall over to our right.
My name is Ginger Collier, and I'm with Kings Harbor Church, and I'm the project manager for the Gramercy House. It's an emancipation group home for young men from 16 to 19 years old. They are still in the foster care system, So by being here, they're getting some counseling, some skills, and some help to finish high school. The Bible tells us to take care of the widows and orphans, and we don't have orphanages today. We have foster care. That's a tough road. And these young men in this group home are really fortunate to be here.
They change the environment. When kids show up on Monday, they're going to see things that they didn't see. But it's also a pride that they develop in themselves because of Sharefest.
This robotics lab, in partnership with Phillips 66, is going to make a huge difference and inspire generations of students for years to come.
I am receiving $25,000 from Endeavor for technology for our school, for these beautiful children, for our staff, and just to keep us up and current in the 21st century.
I got to tell you that when we do this type of investment into the schools, we get to interact with the students and the parents and the teachers and the principal. I mean, it goes beyond words. I mean, we're just so grateful that we're able to do such a positive thing to have such an impact on the students and teachers. And so we're very grateful that we have the opportunity to do this.
We're all about teamwork and collaboration, and there's nothing more invigorating than coming out here and seeing it all come together here on Sharefest. All the various vendors, suppliers, donors, volunteers working together to improve the community.
We have a huge yard, one of the biggest yards of any elementary school that I've seen. And there is no shade for the kids. And so these pergolas are so amazing. I think they're a game changer. The children already are super excited. One of them said to me this morning, "Do we get to keep this?" I said, "Yes." He was so happy.
Our volunteers are willing to dig deep in their pockets. They're donating left and right for every little thing.
To give back, I'm just here to do my part, try to help out as much as I can to my community and just to learn.
We're so thankful for Sharefest. They get together every year and they come up with so many projects that we get to choose from.
Thank you, Sharefest, and thank you for the City of Watts for hosting us today.
We're so grateful for Sharefest for doing this for our community, for our students, and paving a bright future.
Apologies for anybody watching, having some technical difficulty here. All right. Well, for those of you that would like to finish the video, I will post the link online so you can see that. I don't know what is going on exactly with my slideshow here, but my projector's chosen a great time to have a couple of issues. So I'm going to carry on. I will try to get this fixed in the meantime, but I also will have those slides for you if you'd like to go back and catch anything you may have missed in that video or in some of these slides. Got the idea from the first couple minutes of that video. You can see that there is an amazing change that takes place during the workday. And it's thanks to all of the generous people. I guess it's not going to work. All the generous people and businesses that want to get involved each and every year. And we really could not do that without you. We are so appreciative for each and every person and organization and business that gets involved. And we love building all these partnerships and meeting more people as we go along throughout each and every workday. So if you're looking to get involved with the workday, you're going to have hundreds of project sites available for you to choose from, or project activities at dozens of sites throughout the Los Angeles and the Harbor areas. And we want you to be one of those thousands of volunteers who is mobilized to go out and get involved with the workday. And you may ask, how do you get involved? Well, we have 4 main ways that you can do so. The first way is to adopt a project. And what that means is you're going to fund, staff, and manage the project from start to finish. Second way is you can partner on something with the project. Maybe you are interested in getting involved and adopting a project, but you can't take on the whole thing. You can partner with another business or organization who can tackle those other tasks and team up and lead this project the entire way together. The third way is you want to give back to the workday. You just can't do so financially, but you want to provide the volunteer help. You can look through our website and find a site that's in need of sets of hands, and you can mobilize your staff, your congregation, whoever is in your friend group, your family, whoever can come out and volunteer. The fourth way is to fund a project. Maybe you can fund and provide resources for a project, but you're only available to provide one set of hands, or maybe you're not available to come out and volunteer on the Workday at all. We still have project sites that do have the people who want to run these projects and are in need of sponsorship. We can connect you with those sites and help them complete their project and make a difference on the Workday. So partnering organizations and benefits. What do you receive in partnering with Sharefest for a Workday project? You can look through and find dozens and dozens of locations. So maybe there's one right down the street. Maybe there's one in a community that you're looking to get involved in. Maybe there's one that you know somebody that works at a school or community center and is in need of some help. You can partner and go and find one of those sites. You have online project administration tools and resources, and I'm going to help you with those. We have all these templates and project management guides and everything that's going to help you manage your project and make sure that it is successful. And ongoing training and support the entire time you're involved with us. So this is my pilot episode, if you will, for the series of webinars. In the past, we have done in-person project manager meetings in our offices in San Pedro, but we realized it's not exactly close to a lot of people. It's busy, we all have busy lives, and it's tough to make it down here. So we thought we'd distribute this information as easily as we could over the internet. So I will have this all fine-tuned by the next round in a couple of weeks, but this is hopefully a better way to distribute this information to make sure that everybody has the tools and the resources and the answers that they need to the questions they have. Organizing a project or how to organize your project once you have found your project management team. If you're looking to go in and adopt a project or partner on a project, you have to have the buy-in from the person at the top of the ladder. So if you're a school, you need to have buy-in from your principal. If you're a church, you're going to have the buy-in from your lead pastor. If you're a business, you want to have your boss that's involved in your community outreach arm saying, yes, you have our full support. Because without the support of the heads of these organizations, it makes it really difficult to get everything in place and provide all the different motivation that you need along the way to plan a project. Once you have your buy-in, you're going to have your project manager right below them or working alongside them. This is going to be your person that's going to help manage every aspect of your project from start to finish, not alone, but they're going to be the go-to person that you can ask for questions to make sure that your project is going according to plan. That project manager is going to be assisted by all of your team leaders. So your project manager might be at the top of your organizational chart for leading this, apart from your boss, your lead pastor, but your team leads, your hospitality coordinators, your material coordinators, these are the people that you're going to rely on as a project manager to help you get from point A to point B to point C and every step along the way until you have led a successful project. You want to have somebody in charge of each of your different activities on your site, because you can't be in 3 places at once, especially if you're a large school and you're going to be running back and forth all day long. You want to have other people that you can rely on that know what they're talking about and how to guide their volunteers throughout the way. So building your team for your project management staff is really important. And this all sounds like a lot, but when you break up all these responsibilities across 3, 4, 5, 6 people, it really becomes a straightforward task for each and every person. And once you have a little bit of work for each of these different people, it all comes together and is successful. And I'm going to be in the background the whole time, guiding you along the way. Right now, we are in the end of the first phase where we are submitting and receiving projects on the Sharefest end. So starting January 1st, we open up our portals to the schools, the community centers, the public, and said, do you have a project that you have in mind that could benefit from a Workday project or from a Workday service day? And we've been receiving these projects throughout the last couple of months, and we have a great list of projects gathered so far. But we're going to leave this open for a couple more weeks until March 1st. So by then, we hope to have as many projects as we can because it does take a couple of months to plan these projects. And if a project comes in with a week out, there's just not enough time to get these things going. So we want to leave enough time for everybody to have a chance to plan their project. On February 25th, so just under a week from today, we are going to be opening our website to the different organizations and businesses that want to go in and adopt a project. So that means you want to get in there and manage your project from start to finish. You have the people, you have the resources, you have the drive to really lead a successful project. This is you. You can log on next Monday and you should have all of these projects that we have received over the last couple of months, and you can click through them and find a project that best fits your goals, whether it be location wise or project activity wise or whatever it may be that jumps out to you and says, we want to take that project on. Next Monday is your day. If you are a volunteer looking to get involved, all the projects that are adopted are going to be taking place from next Monday through the beginning of April for the most part. So March 25th, we are going to open up our registration platform for all volunteers. By then, we should know what projects are going to take place on May 4th and who needs help. So if you have your friends, your family, a small business or group, a nonprofit organization, and you want to get your hands dirty and give back to a site on the Workday, log on our website on March 25th, and that's when you can begin to look through and find a site that is good for you. Different resources in the meantime. If you want a flyer, if you have questions about how to keep organized, you want a template, if you want to look at the different vendors that we have that offer us discounts for the Workday, just let me know. I have a link on each and every project page that is going to provide you with a downloadable link to that page, and you can read all that information, or just email me and I can get you what you need. There's a cool way that we are helping support the projects that need a few more resources this year, and that's through a Toyota and a Viking River Cruise raffle. So we have a link that I sent out in an email, and I'll load onto the description here as well to more information about each of these raffles. But with every raffle ticket you sell, we're going to take half of those proceeds and put them directly back into your project. So if you have somebody who's adopted your project, but you need a little more money to take on one more task, selling these raffle tickets is a great way to do it. So if you're a school and you're a principal of that school, I think that's a great job for you. You can tackle these tickets and you can sell them out. If you're a community center and you have an outreach person, have them sell tickets, help them build your budget to give back to your own project site. The other 50% is going to go to what I mentioned earlier about the Sharefest youth programming. We're reaching so many lives, and these raffle tickets are a great way to help us build our program budget, because we can only reach as far as our budget allows us. So as you sell these tickets and build your own project budget, you're also going to be benefiting all the youth that Sharefest serves throughout the year. So there's more information in the links. As I mentioned, the Toyota tickets are going to be sold through our gala, which is in the fall. But the Viking River Cruise ticket is going to be drawn shortly after the Workday. So you have until May 4th to sell and purchase your Viking River Cruise tickets. And they're only $10 for an 8-day cruise, and that's a pretty sweet deal. So I highly recommend selling all these tickets to help maximize your project budget and increase the reach of the impact that you're going to have with that site. So some of the next steps: determine how you'd like to get involved. You can look through that list of the 4 ways that I mentioned, whether it be adopting, partnering on a project, providing volunteers, funding a project, and then come back to us and let us know how you'd like to participate. Secondly, if you want to adopt a project, you can visit our website, look through the project that you want to either submit or adopt next week, and then just keep tuning in. I'm going to send out emails that is going to provide a list for everybody that has upcoming dates coming. So there are a lot of different deadlines, whether it be for vendors that you want to place an order from, or project manager dates, or t-shirt count dues, those sorts of things. Those are all going to be listed out in an email and sent to you multiple times a week. You might get annoyed with me, but I really encourage you to read through the cliff note version of these emails to keep track of these dates. And if you're a project manager, I'm going to be in a little better touch with you to make sure that you have everything you need for a successful Workday project. So that kind of concludes what I have. If you have any questions at all, my email is Kyle, Kyle, at sharefestinc.org. And if you want to give me a phone call, my phone number is 310-626-8106, and I'm extension 103. So as I mentioned, this video, as choppy as it was, will be available for you on our Workday website, and I will have the link to download the slides right next to that. So if you want to click through and go through these in your own time, feel free. If you have any questions that come up, as I mentioned, get a hold of me any way you would like. And I think I will figure out some more ways to distribute this information and fix my projector so that next time I can show you guys some more videos and slides. So thanks for tuning in. If you did, thanks for participating in Workday and giving back to your community. We really couldn't have been able to do this for the last 15 years without all of your support. So I look forward to meeting and working with a lot of you as we move closer to Workday. Thanks, everybody.